Hi everyone, this is Jessica and I want to welcome you back to another episode of JN Motivates. Parents, today I'm talking to you and I'm thanking you because this is going to be a part 2 to parenting through the pandemic. And that video, guys, got over 400 views combined on all of my platforms. And so for that, I'm grateful and I thank you guys for subscribing, for commenting on my YouTube channel, and for keeping me motivated to continue. So the first thing I want to do is remember the previous video. And what were some of the pointers that I gave? I said set your atmosphere, shift your perspective, and take care of you. Those points are still valid today. So important, right? We are past the height of the pandemic, but for many of us, we are still in a place of the unknown, right? Still frustrated, still overwhelmed. And so I'm hoping that today's video is able to encourage you as a parent, because I'm a parent of 7 children, and I know that it is not easy. I want to share a little bit of what my day-to-day is like. See, in my house, I have college students that are home and they're learning virtually. I have a high school student, a middle school student, I have 3 elementary students, and they're all learning from home. My husband's even working from home more than he used to. I'm working from home more than I've ever done before. And so I know that it's not easy. But the tips that I gave you in the previous video, they actually work for me in my household. And so today I want to share this with you. Give yourself a pat on the back before we do anything else, because we did it, all right? We got through it. This thing is almost over. The season is about to change and we're going to be able to get back outdoors feeling like normal again. So I want to remind you guys that we did that. So give yourself some props for getting through it. The next thing I want you to do is remember that you are not alone. So you need to get connected with moms, with a support system, and understand that as frustrated as you could be on some days, a lot of moms and dads are going through the same thing. Guardians, period, right? Families are experiencing the same thing. So I hope that that encourages you. Just to know that this is not something that's just happening to you, but that we're gonna get through it together. And then the last thing I wanna share with you is to continue to make time for you. It is so important for you to be filled up. You're the one that gives, you're the one that pours out. You cannot give out of an empty glass. It's so important for you to continuously fill up. Some of the ways that I do that, how do I fill my tank? Well, I'm a woman of faith, right? So I pray, I listen to worship music, I get in my word, and it gives me tools, it gives me strategies, right? And I get filled up, I have this burst of energy, and it lasts, right? It's not that kind of energy that dwindles down. And so I want to just encourage you today. Find something that you enjoy, that makes you feel good, right? Positive things that fuel you for the rest of your week, right? And I want to remind you that these kids, they've been through a lot too. So although it can be discouraging and frustrating, just remember that they have a hard time too. And they don't always know how to express that, right? And we don't want to minimize their experience in all of this. We're gonna get through this as a family. So I'm so glad that you guys are staying tuned in for what's coming next. And I will be back with more tips for my parents, for my families, on what's actually working for the Negron household.